Good morning, everyone. And again, I am here today to tell you about the fourth sutra of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, the Book of Secrets, which has been translated by Osho, and it is an Indian epic, and it is a conversation between Devi and Shiva. Okay, so before I start with the fourth sutra, I would like to share a few things with you. And before sharing it, before telling you the sutra, I want to tell you that every day I am telling you something new to do, something new to follow, something new to practice. So I request you that don't use your mental capacities or your intellect in doing these sutras or understanding it. In Tantra, there is nothing to be understood. So when you meet yourself, there is nothing which you need to understand. कुछ भी समझने जैसा नहीं है तंत्र विज्ञान में. There is nothing which you need to understand. This mind plays n number of tricks with you. Trust me, this is not the first time I am teaching you all. I am sharing what I have been practicing since years, and I have taken live classes with a few of my friends who were interested in learning it. And every time they came to the class and they asked me about what are they facing, and then they started discussing and they had a number of queries. So, and none of them sticked to one technique. So dear friends, a lot of knowledge can also be harmful. I understand this, but my whole purpose to share all these techniques is to make you aware that there are a number of keys which can open your lock, the lock which you have posted, which you have yourself locked from inside. And these sutras are the keys, and one lock has one key. So with me, you need to try that sutra every day. Try to go with the sutra which I am giving you or introducing you, and then when you feel that yes, this sutra has worked with you that day, then continue practicing it. And if you feel like no, it was difficult for me to practice this sutra, then you can always try some another sutra which you feel may work on you. See, people with asthma, people with short breathing, people with things where they don't understand breath. I understand that breathing techniques or breathing. There was some problem with my mobile. Okay, so soon we'll be progressing to the next sutras, and there you can learn the new ones. Okay, which may be fit for you. Okay, and this may also happen with you that I can keep on talking about all those sutras and time may pass and you don't stick to one of them. That may also happen with you, and you can just hear and not follow it. So if you really feel like you need to go for your inner journey, then start with one. If you will keep on waiting, then nothing is going to change. And I request you to do something. I request you to do something means I really want you to try it out and perform it, and don't try to understand any sutra. Just try to take the technique as it is. For example, again, if we go back in your childhood, none could have helped you to walk. It is you yourself have seen people out walking and then have helped yourself to balance your own body. Again, you may see or you may hear me sharing the sutra, but you have to walk on your own legs. You have to perform the sutra by yourself. So do it, practice it. And I understand that there may be fears deep inside, and if you are going to practice these sutras, you are going to break, and whatever the artificial is there under you is sure to come out. And there are few consequences also. If you are practicing it sincerely, you may feel more emotional, because here we are cleaning our unconscious mind. So when your mind stops, unintentionally the old memories or the old heartbreaks or anything which you must have faced in your life comes up. And yes, you may feel emotional, you may feel a bit distracted, and you will say ki I am practicing, I am trying to go for meditation, and now why I am facing this. So this is like good. If you are having an emotional outbreak when you are practicing meditation, it's a good sign that some juggling is happening inside, and some or the other things are breaking in. So it's a good sign. Okay, so if you are disturbed, if you lose yourself, it's good. Try not to lose yourself whole. Okay, so now I'm going to share the 4th sutra today. And this sutra is again, Devi asked Shiva, because now she's wife, she's not satisfied with the 3 techniques, and and she wants something else. So again Shiva gives her the 4th technique, because Parvati is not feeling satisfied with the 3 techniques, or Devi is not feeling okay with the 3 given to her. So now this is the 4th one which Shiva is sharing. And Shiva says, the 4th technique: when breath is all out, up and stopped of itself, or all in down and stopped, in such universal pause, one small self vanishes. This is difficult only if you are impure from inside. Now, what Shiva means to say impure, or what he wants to say pure, is not to be understood. It is of no value to be understood just now. You just have to concentrate when your whole breath is out and you are empty. At that is where the breathing stops. That is the pause. Or when your whole breath is in, there is also a pause. So the breathing should be in, or the breathing should be out. And you need to observe the pause when the breathing stops. That is the place where you can achieve. You need to stick to this. And many of you were asking me on my personal chat that for how long we need to do it, and what is the time we need to take bath. It should be done before eating, or when it should be performed. So friend, Tantra has no rule. Shiva, if you can just recall about Shiva, who was Shiva. So he is in Hinduism, we call him, he used to live in place Marghat. And there is no daily routine of Shiva shared anywhere that he used to get up at this time and he used to take bath. In any of the serials, you are not going to see Shiva taking bath. So there is no rule which Shiva has made. Anytime you can perform these sutras. Maybe at night it happens that you awakens up and you are feeling like maybe centered. So you can just sit for some time and just breathe in and breathe out and try these sutras. And this happens with us. And Shiva did it with a number of people also. And to also share with you all that Zen masters used to follow this technique a lot. For example, what they used to do, now Zen is practiced more in Japan. And Shiva gave us these techniques years ago, means thousands of years ago. And now if you would like to understand this technique, you have to understand Zen and you need to visit Japan. So can't help. People are ready or practice from our own books. Anyways, so how Zen master they do it? They used to reside in monastery, and whenever they see their their followers sitting and chatting and having fun. And the master used to come and start beating any of the student, and in a way maybe start beating or sometime abusing with uh, with slang language, and everyone used to start watching the master. And what happened at this time? What happens? Our breath stops, and this pause made them aware. And this happens with us also. Sometime we are driving a car, and then suddenly you see someone coming from up, maybe from front, and then you put your brake and your breathing stops. A pause comes, and you feel maybe that near death experience or whatever, but the breathing stops. And if you all remember that the kids, our small kids, they play a game. They hide behind the door, and someone comes and they say, wow! And अचंभित कर देना एकदम से. And again our breathing stops. So when the breathing stops, wherever it is, suddenly we touch our center, and we feel, we understand ourselves at this moment. And you know, friends, there is nothing to be understood. The life is to be lived. But this sutra is going to help you, and Shiva also did in his lifespan. So if you have read about how Shiva got married to Parvati, I think I've missed this. So Shiva took Bharat with lots of people, ghosts around him, and they were dancing, and everyone was looking terrified and ugly, and it was not a Bharat or not a procession where they dressed up beautifully, and there were thousands of people. And when they entered the city, everyone stopped, everything stopped, and the breathing stopped. And it is said that many of the people, many of the citizens in the city got enlightened. But we are not aware of this story. We are only aware that the mother of Parvati got fainted. Yeah, she fainted. But we are not aware that Shiva helped a number of people to touch their inner self. And that is how we touch our core self. So let me read few lines from the sutra. Suddenly, unexpected, unbelievable thing can create the pause for a minute. And many a times the breathing stop. And if you are not desiring, hankering, seeking anything, silently pure, innocently pure, you can be sitting and suddenly your breath will stop. And this is how we enter into meditation. This is how what happens. Remember this, mind movement needs breath movement. Mind moving fast needs fast movement in breath. That is why when you are in anger, breath will move fast. So when we are in anger, or when we are depressed or anything comes up, we start shivering and our breath starts moving fast. And it happens at many places. So on this path, the small self vanishes and you attend to the higher self, the supreme self. And I think this is all okay for today. And there are more lines which I am going to read. These techniques, all I am trying convey that they cannot be understood, but there is no other way to make you aware of certain techniques which can change your life totally. Means I don't have any other way. That is what Shiva says. That there is no other way to explain you how you can change your life. You can understand only intellect, and this is a problem. You cannot understand anything else. You can only understand intellect. So I don't have any way to communicate to you. Shiva doesn't have any way to communicate to Parvati, because what you can understand is only intellectual thing. So only understanding the sutra is not going to help you. Is practicing the sutra, doing it daily. Let me see if I have something more. Buddha used to try many devices. Sometimes someone would say to him, I am afraid of trying meditation. And this is a must. The master must be told that you are afraid. You cannot deceive the master, and there is no need. It is deceiving yourself. So whenever someone would say, I am afraid of meditation, Buddha would say, you are fulfilling the first requirement. So if you say yourself that you are afraid of meditation, then something becomes possible. Then something can be done, because you have uncovered a deep thing. So what is fear? Meditate on it. Go and dig out where it comes from, what the source is. All fear is basically death oriented. Whatsoever its form, mode, whatsoever its shape, name, all fear is death oriented. If you move deep, you will find that you are afraid of death. If someone came to Buddha and said, I am afraid of death, I have found this out, Buddha would say, then go to the burning ghat. Go to the cemetery and meditate on funeral. People are dying daily, they will be burned. Just remain there at the marghat and meditate on the burning praise. When their family members have gone, you remain there. Just look into the fire at the burning body. When everything is becoming smoke, you just look at it deeply. Do not think, just meditate on it for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. When it becomes a certainty to you that death cannot be escaped, when it becomes absolutely certain that death is the way of life, that death is implied in life, that death is going to be, that there is no way out and you are already in it, only then come to me. And that is how Buddha would answer if someone used to come to him and say that they have fear. So friends, I don't know if you come up here with some of the other fears. When we enter into meditation, after some time you may fear, and you will only be able to understand about the feeling of fear when you are going to try this technique, when you are going to go deep. We feel afraid, and that is only the fear of death. So don't be afraid, friends. And you are not going to die when you are going to meditate. See, I have tried this and I am here talking to you. And everything inside me has settled. So I wish you good luck. And from tomorrow we are going to start with attentiveness technique. And I am going to cover up 5 techniques tomorrow. And be there on time. Maybe by 10:30, so we can cover up 5 more techniques. And just try one of the technique which you have learned in this 4 days with me. So till then, bye, take care. And I think this is enough for the day. And even more than enough. Bye.